Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Hi, just keep swimming 1111. So, today I'm going to be doing a different reading. My channel generally focuses on twin flames and divine soulmate relationships. But today I'm open. I'm just going to be doing a reading on whatever pops up for single people, okay? So for all you people out there that are single, not attached, this is going to be a message for you. And I'm doing it because I have a lot of new people and I saw so many comments that they're ready to move on. They're just single. They're just, they're not really into these deep relationships that I'm always reading about. So I know everyone that's like, hey Steph, you're always in my deep reading, right? I know, and I love my deep readings and I'm still going to be doing that. But today, it's just about the singles. So single, ready to mingle. And hey, that could apply to so many of you. Even ones that are just getting out of your serious relationship, or you're in the middle process and you're living your best life. This could also be for you. Still emotionally, mentally attached to your twin or soulmate, but just wanting to see what's out there for you. And you know what? Nothing's wrong with that. That's perfectly okay. Somebody once told me, well, I'll be damned, I'm going to be waiting for this person to get their shit right, And my answer to you, whoever's opinion that was, and to anyone that has that opinion about waiting for your person, the correct way to actually wait and see if they're going to change is by living your best life. And that's why on my merch, we have some of that material available, live in my best life. And that means you're not meant to just sit around and knit socks, guys. You're not meant to close your windows, close your doors, and hide yourself under a rock and wait for your person to have an epiphany or a come to God moment, okay? That's not the correct energy to be in. The healthy, correct energy is to just move on with life. Live your life with or without them, the best way you want to be happy. If that's traveling, great. If it's dating, that's awesome too. If it is moving into a new house, getting a new job, traveling to maybe moving to a new state, getting that dog or cat, whatever, guys. Being single is an energy to love yourself and have a relationship with you. So that's always number one, okay? But anyways, that's my little morning message. All right, we're going to get into the single reading. I'm hoping that Spirit does not give me some craziness, because I'm looking for a happy, upbeat, positive, transformative single reading. And look what's popping out on me. Temperance, Tower, and the Emperor. Hey, we're not trying to get too serious today. I'm going to put these back and try it again, okay? I just want you guys to know I really am trying to do a single reading. I really am. Okay, you're going to see Stephanie really try to do a single reading, which is exciting. Single, single, single. Single and ready to mingle. Single and ready to mingle. Spirit, give me a beautiful single message for everyone watching here, for all the people that are single. Okay, my opening message. Nope, the Tower still wants to come out. And the Emperor! No! It's okay, guys. I'm going to work with it. Okay. Someone said, I'm single, Krista, and I want something good, something real. Okay. Give me a chance, guys. Okay. It's inevitable in the single reading, guys, that the damn Tower wants to come out. I tried to get rid of it for you. I tried to get rid of the Tower for you. It did not happen. It didn't happen, guys. So, hello, Tower. Singles, you're going through a very transformative period of life. It sucks sometimes. You feel like the rug was just yanked out from under you. Where the hell am I at? What am I doing? My head is cut off and I am a chicken looking for I don't know what the fuck. Okay? So, if you're running around like, what the hell am I doing single, Steph? I don't know what I'm doing single. I kind of feel like you got out of a relationship, guys. And it might have been pretty recent. Up until August of last year is what I'm seeing and feeling. There might have been some time in August last year that something happened, or between August and now, something happened. So it was, pretty recent. Not quite a year ago, but, almost. You know what I mean? It's definitely, it was a hard, difficult period. Okay? It looks like you made a decision to be with someone, possibly a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, 7th house, Mars for male-on-male relationship. Please check all those placements before you make your call out of the signs that I'm calling out, okay? And also please check your Vedic. Anyways, so you decided to be with this person and they decided not to be with you. A decision came over and it was like a dark cloud, a storm cloud. They just decided that, hold on, there's an important message. Jenny, by the way, your extended videos were only able to get the monthlies, not all. Or how does that work? Huh, thank you, Jenny. I'm gonna ask. My tech guy's actually coming to my house today at 2. So that's like divine timing. I am going to ask and see what's up with that. Because my access shows me all the videos. If I can tweak that, I will. Okay? I'll see if I can tweak that, Jenny. Thank you for the message. Anyways, back on here, your person did not choose to be with you. There was a choice to walk away. This put you through a period of extreme testing. Mental strength, physical strength, emotional strength. It affected your work. It affected your confidence. Thank you so much, basketball fan. Hi. How's Ireland? Anyways, this affected you on so many different ways. And I think that it just took the worst out of you. Or how do I say? It took the best out of you, but made the worst out of you. You know what I mean? It turns you into a person I don't think you wanted to be. This breakup. It brought, okay, here's a better way. It brought the ugly out of you. Okay, honey? It brought the ugly out of you. There was some anger. There was some pissed off. There was some vengeance. There was some, I'm not going to tolerate this. There was some anger. I see someone hitting pillows, crying, ugly crying. I see someone turning to tarot readers, palm readers, magic even, anything to get this person back. Maybe even hiring someone to do spells to, manipulate this person back. I just see this tower just came falling on you. Of course, everything I just mentioned isn't going to apply to everybody. Each situation will be different. 90% of the people that went through this breakup mostly just cried and went into a shell, went into a mode of questioning themselves and questioning their worth, okay? Questioning your value and finding out who you are. But here's the deal, single people. You found your power, baby. Emperor energy. Isn't he sexy? Just look at my cards. Tell me you don't want these cards. Tell me you don't want this card. I mean, hello? Oh, he's hot. Okay, I'm done. Anyways, woo! Okay, I'm going to put that card down, my own personal little happy set. My own personal little happy looking at these Emperor cards. You're so cute. Okay, I'm done. Anyways, you found your power and you found your strength, and I think the world is in your hands. The ball is in your court. You're in control of life, baby. It is yours. You got much more empowered. You also became more intelligent. It looks like you've been studying. You've been studying tarot. You've been studying palmistry. You've been studying magic. You've been studying all kinds of divine energies that you can use as tools. And Matthew comes in and says, keep swimming. I love you. Keep swimming, baby. It does look like with the High Priestess in reverse, some magic was used in a negative, you know, kind of dark magic kind of way. Don't. This is not. Hang on, guys. I have to move him because it's not safe. There's something hanging off the desk. It's got glass, and you can get hurt, my little squirt.
No, I'm not.
I'll be right back, guys.
No.
You are cute, and look what I found you. Guess who's coming over? Guess who's coming to see you? Guess. Cousins. Cousins is coming to see you. We'll go in the backyard. Joe? You gonna jump on trampoline? Be careful on that thing. Okay, guys. Sorry, it wasn't safe. I had this basket of glass candle things that I'm sending to some of my people, and it was gonna fall. He couldn't be around the glass. That's too dangerous. Okay, so anyways, I do think that some of you guys took a dark side, and the reason I went dark for you singles is because of the High Priestess in reverse. This is someone that manipulates energy, not quite using their intuition, okay? This is someone that's been hurt and uses magic in a way that they're not knowing is affecting them as well. You may have done some spells or some magic that kind of came back to bite you in the ass because it might have been done out of anger or fear or extreme sorrow. Whenever we perform magic and we're in a dark energy, and dark doesn't mean bad, guys. Listen, before I move on, this gal here on this channel is not one of those typical readers that say there's a difference between black magic and light magic, and you better only do light. I'm not here to say that, because there has to be a balance in magic. You need both for it to work, okay? But if you do magic where it's just not balanced, whether it's all good and cupcakes and rainbows, or it's all dark and it's die. I'm just kidding. You have to have a balance here. And I'm not saying that somebody here was so dark where they were wishing evil on someone. But what I'm saying is when you do magic or prayers, rituals, visualizations, seed burial rituals, you know, any kind of manifestation, visualization, journal writing, basically calling in karma. If you do anything that is calling in karma, any spiritual divination, calling in karma on someone, asking for even assistance from your guides, angels, if it's done in an energy of low vibe, dark, you know, kind of energy, and there's no balance of light, it's going to come back. And it's going to seek its revenge on both of you, okay? Because magic works in both ways. I've done lots of magic. I know what works. I'm not stupid. There's a lot of really qualified witches here on YouTube as well that can teach you these things. If you guys, I don't have a channel like that, but there are channels, if you want to look into that, that can teach you. But again, you have to trust your intuition on what you're doing, who you're watching, who's influencing you, and what's going on. Take my word on it. Because I've done both magic, when I first started, I did a lot of dark magic. My dad also did a lot of dark magic. He warned me since I was 10, be careful with magic stuff because it's going to come back on you. He told me a few spells he did, and it came back on him pretty hard. And he even had some out-of-body experiences. The darkness wanted him. He fought it. He was a light worker, not meant for dark, and he quit doing that. But he did tell me, he did tell me that he did a spell on someone, and it came back, and it was creepy. I mean, this was back in the 70s when he did it. But I'm talking some real craft, guys. Like The Craft, the movie, you know, it's just a movie, but when you do dark shit, it comes back to you. Anyways, I'm not saying that's exactly what happened here, but I'm saying let's talk about something gentle. Let's talk about something simple. You know, a separation spell. How about that? You got your candle. You did a separation spell. You were crying. You wanted this person to come back to you. You wanted them to be away from dark energies. You wanted to keep them from karmic energies. Okay, right? And you were doing something like that. It wasn't dark like, oh, I want them to get to die, but it was dark as in you wanted to control. You wanted to control their situation. That is dark magic. And if everyone didn't realize that that was black magic, ding, 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 it is. And you better realize what you're doing before you do it. Basically, dark magic is control. Anytime you want to do magic and it's a control of someone, that's dark. Because you're taking away free will. You're dabbling with controlling the outcome, controlling the circumstance. And those are dark. Is it evil? No. Clearly, a spell could say, I want this person to stay away from bad people. I want bad people to stay away from this person. I want this person to see what they've done. I want them to not eat, drink, sleep, you know, do anything until they can reconcile with me. You know, that's dark magic, and you may not have even known it, but it's black magic, okay? And then you go into the light side where it's about healing, protection, you know, things like that, where you're using magic to heal a collective, using magic to heal someone you love. Okay, and those are different ways to handle magic. So I see someone here that may have went a little dark, not big dark, but a little dark, trying to control the outcome, and sometimes it can come back and bite you, you know, because whenever you try to manipulate the outcome comes back to you in the same way. For example, in my past, I did a separation spell, and hang on one second, guys, again. Okay, he's over here. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry for the interruptions again, I know. He's out here, he's all... Okay, I'm back. Anyways, I did a separation spell. Whew. Back with my kid's father. Oh, this is a while ago. It was a lot of years ago, but I remember the effects. I remember what happened. And I wanted him to break up with the other person at the time. And it worked. I did the spell. It took me about 5 hours to do the spell. And anyways, I saw results. I knew I was going to see results. Whenever you do magic, you have to believe in your magic, and you have to know that it's going to happen. It did happen. What I didn't account for was a separation with us as well. Even though he was cheating and doing, you know, crap, he did stay away from that person. But some dark things happened. Not only did he get taken from her, he got taken from me. Not by death, but he got put away, for one thing. And I was separated from him. He was separated from her. And even when he came back out, our energy just changed. We were just going to stay separated. My feelings changed. What I didn't account for was my feelings changing, because part of my spell said, reveal the truth. Reveal the truth. I want the truth to be revealed. And the truth showed me that I wasn't happy in that relationship and I needed to let it go. So sometimes the spell you cast is actually going to be cast on yourself as well as the other party. And that's what they mean by it's going to come back ×3. It's going to come back hard. The reason it feels it's going to come back hard is because when it comes back to you, it hits you hard. Because now it's personal. I don't know why I'm going into spells here. This is Gemini, by the way. And I was going to do a Gemini reading today, and I didn't. This is very Gemini. This is also Virgo and Scorpio. I've just changed my mind on this card, and I have included Virgo. And the reason I included Virgo on the High Priestess for Pisces, Scorpio, and Gemini, and Virgo, is because Virgo is practical. Virgo is practical magic. Virgo is the one that uses the hands. Okay? The one, Hasta Nakshatra is Virgo and Gemini, for one. And it's all about the hands and creativity and using your hands to do something, which is very magical. Very, very magical. A lot of witches and magical people are Virgo. Okay? Or they just have Hasta Nakshatra, which is very Gemini. So you'll see a lot of Geminis and Virgos in the craft. Anyways, I don't know why I'm sitting on this. They're also healers and all of that other good stuff, but I'm talking about this card today. So anyways, I think during a separation there was some stuff that went on, and now you're kind of feeling it, which is the Tower moment. You may have gotten a Tower, dabbling with some things you didn't quite know you were dabbling in, and what the effects were. Okay, I'm going to move on from that thought. Can you fix this? I know there's a lot of you saying, Steph, can I fix what I did? Yes. Yes, you can always fix things with magic. It's called light magic. You can counteract. When I do magic nowadays, I do both. If I'm going to do a little black magic, I always have a white candle. I always do a little light magic. And from now on, my intentions are not to control. My intentions are to reveal the truth. From now on, when I do magic, I know that whenever I cast anything on anyone, I better be careful, because I want to be able to accept what's been cast back on me. Because magic is a mirror. And whatever I put out, I will get back. And so I'm always very careful at putting out only the best of intentions, the most clear of intentions, and whatever I'm prepared for. And you really have to do your homework on that. But anyways, single readers, single people watching me, this person decided to not be with you. This took you down. It overcame you. You lost control. Clearly, you lost control of everything that was going on. This did happen around August, probably July to August time frame of last year, okay? You've gotten control of yourself since then, but you did take control after the breakup magically or with your intentions. You did take control. Let's clarify this energy for you. Oh, yeah. You see this? I told you, Virgo. Damn, I'm good. I love it when I'm good like that, guys. I'm such a baby when it comes to being right. That's the Aries in me. But there's Hermit. There's the Virgo card. We have a Virgo in the room. I knew it. I knew it. Also Leo for tropical. We definitely have a Leo Virgo in the room, baby, that was a part of this, okay? I know that. It was either you or it was either them. It's here. Done. I knew it. Moving on. Whew. So as you can see, the Two of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Two of Cups. I'll teach you guys a little tarot while I'm doing the reading. This spread is the overall energy. And the reason I'm allowing this to I go with the energy. I don't pick how many cards I'm going to do. I call that controlling. There are some spreads that are controlling, and I want specific answers, and, like a Celtic cross or something. Or like the fork in the road reading. I want specific answers and I control it by the number of cards I put out. But when I want to connect to my guides, when I want to connect to the universe and just be a channel and not manipulate the information, I kind of put myself as a blank slate. Whatever you want to show me, is what I'm thinking. And the universe put out 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And when I get 5, I put it out in a row, okay? And I get a few different messages from that. Mental space, emotional space, physical space, the challenges, and the outcome. Okay, what happened? So I can kind of see here what was going on mentally, emotionally, physically. What were you doing that was so hard? What were you dealing with? And what happened? So with the 5 cards, I get that information. Okay? And of course, if I get a reversal, that's strange. And I want to say, okay, well, what is the opposite meaning of that? The opposite meaning of making a decision and going forward with it towards your path, towards your destiny, is making a decision going against destiny. Okay, following the wrong path. 2 of Wands reverse, And then with the Strength card here, it's like, okay, in your emotions, there was control. But I felt like you were out of control because the cards around you, when you read tarot, look at the cards surrounding the card you're asking a question about. Surrounding the Strength card is 2 of Wands in reverse and the Tower. 2 negative energies. 2 dark energies. So clearly it means that the center card, Strength, is not seen in a positive light. It's seen in a dark light. So Strength is more of a control, where something took over you. You felt overwhelmed. You felt out of control. You felt they were in control, or the universe was in control, not you. You lost power, right? And then you get into your challenge. Your challenge was to get your power back. The Emperor, getting in control. And the Emperor stands for power and control. He also stands for father. He also stands for elder. And he stands for the sustenance of a dream or a mission or a purpose or a product or an invention or a relationship. He sustains something. He keeps it safe. He always has walls, protection. He always has the throne. He's in control. He's the top dog. And so I see that your challenge was to get control. But again, is this Emperor in a good light? Is he in a healthy, happy, positive, feel better light? No. Because look again. What are the cards surrounding the Emperor? Tower and High Priestess in reverse. These are not good energies again. This is toxic. Okay? So then you know that you are getting control in a not so positive way. This is vengeance. This is, you will be mine and I will crush you. Not literally, guys. I just have some fun here. Okay? This is not a movie. Okay? This is real life. And in real life, it just showed that you tried to get control over the situation by any means possible. You were reaching out magically. You were reaching out to spirit world. You were reaching out for vengeance. And even if it's so subtle as Steph, I didn't do anything magical, but I did cry and I did ask the universe to take karma on this person. I wanted vengeance on this person. Even if it's as subtle as that. It's the energy that you're in, which is victim, which is I feel out of control, help me, which is this person deserves karma, which can actually lead to your thoughts become things, do they not? Yes, they do. So your thoughts come back to you like a boomerang, magic or not. Your intentions, your thoughts, your feelings become something, and then they go towards something, and then they come back towards you because you attract what you feel, think, and see, and what you perceive as life. You're going to attract more of that. So this is someone that went through a very big heartache, something that took you down. It made you suffer. And it was so hard and it was so difficult, and you did everything you could to fix and remedy the situation. You wanted to get back in control and fix this tower. The tower was already falling apart. As you can see, there's no fixing it. Not a pretty picture. There's no fixing this tower. It's done for. And that means there's no fixing the situation you guys just dealt with. Whatever you went through with this person, there's no fixing that. You have to accept what was, accept what is, and move forward. We're going to get back to that in a minute because this is a single reading. Then, after I get my information from the top, these are the most prominent cards. I want to clarify the cards. So when I shuffle, I realize that I stop shuffling at a specific point. I ask myself and my guides, is this done? Is this deck done? Do I need to shuffle anymore? When I hold the deck, do I feel I need to shuffle anymore? No, I don't. It's done. When I put this down, even before I was done over here, I knew there's something else in here that I need to get. There's more information. But first, I knew I had to read the top. Then I want to clarify this energy. So I allow my intuition and my guides and my conscience show me I need to come back here and clarify what's going on under these energies. And that's what I've done. So I'm just giving you guys, you know, a little lesson here on how I perceive and read tarot. You can read it differently however you want, but this is what's going on in this reading, and this is how I'm doing it, okay? So then I pulled some cards under each section to clarify what it could mean. I was thrilled when this was a confirmation for me as a reader. This is something to do with a Virgo energy, Hasta Nakshatra. I'm very aware now. And I'll get back to this card in a minute. That was the first thing that popped out. But then I start over here on the left because this is where I'm beginning. So where I'm beginning is the Two of Cups, destined lovers. And it's in the Two of Wands. So my first clue as a tarot reader is, oh, 2-2. There's a numerological sign for me. That's a synchronistic event. It's also fate. It's destiny. It's life path. The reason I'm going to spit out the word life path is because my card says the path. Two of Wands. And these are my personal tarot, by the way, which makes it a lot easier to read. But anyways. So when I realized that this person is not following their life path, the 2, I want to say that maybe your life path is a number 2. And I've been picking up on somebody in that energy lately because I did this, yesterday or the day before? The life path number 2 and 4 popped up. Now I see the life path 2, 4, and 8. I have a 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 2 Major Arcana, the High Priestess. That is 4 2s. To me, that's a sign. That's a sign that 2s are in alignment here with this person. Life path number 2, life path number 4, life path number 8. That is an alignment. Okay, so that's my first sign also, looking at this card, is the 2s. Then I go, okay, let's look at this 2 of Cups. Destined lovers. You see that? Okay, now you guys know. And of course, this is Jamie and Claire from Outlander. And there's the heart between them. They're destined. They're on fire for each other. They're perfect, yin and yang. You guys can see that. They're totally in love. There's nothing that could take apart this love. Anyways, so the reason I chose blue for their sheets, their blankets, is to represent emotions and feelings. I see fire and water with the 2 of Cups, which is very temperance. It's bringing in 2 energies, masculine and feminine, but also 2 very powerful energies. Fire and water is just very powerful, opposites. And yin-yang energy here. And that's why I wanted to have the fire in this 2 of Cups. And it tells me that you guys were a fated couple. It was destiny. You had a destined meeting. This is a soulmate path. This is someone that you met that you knew you were supposed to meet. But there's obviously some problems, and there's some very big differences between you guys. There's some struggles here. But I do notice that your person left, or who maybe you left. Somebody left the destined path. Somebody left a soulmate partner. Then when I get the Knight of Cups with the Strength card, I notice, okay, I have emotional fantasy. I have spiritual wishes. I have a white horse, which very much symbolizes like a unicorn to me. I have a beautiful magical rose gold chalice with sparkles and a rainbow. There's an element here of fantasy, wishful thinking, hopes, dreams, emotional happiness, the offering of joy, the offering of happiness, the offering of wish fulfillment. And so I see that there's prayer involved. There's prayers, there's wishes, there's magic. There's beautiful energy behind this. Behind losing control, there's still hope with this card. Behind everything falling around behind you, there's still love with this card. So then I notice even under all this heavy energy, you're still offering your cup of love to this person. And I also take another notice here on your energy. You have a lot of cups. You have a lot of water. So you're very emotional about this. This didn't affect you mentally and physically as much as it affected you emotionally. Emotionally, this really did a number on you. And your emotions were very tearful, very sorrowful, and very deep. And I see that even through this heavy energy, you still wanted to offer your Knight of Cups to this person. You were still pursuing this person. You still were seeking this person. You were still trying to energetically offer this person love. Okay? And this person may have been an emperor in your life. What does that mean, Steph? An emperor in my life? Well, number one, it means Jupiter. Okay? You could have had any of the signs I mentioned under the sign of Jupiter. Gemini, Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, and Cancer. Those signs could have been under your Jupiter. For a woman seeking a masculine. For a male, this could be the signs of your Mars or your Venus. Okay? But I definitely feel like this was your destiny. Venus and Jupiter are spouse. Now, if this is a male-on-male relationship, these signs I mentioned may be your Mars. But there was definitely destiny here written in the stars. This was obviously a destined relationship, okay? Destined lovers. It was already seen in your chart. Anyways. So you're still offering love because you know this is a very deep, heavy relationship. Now, under the Tower card, it's clarifying by the Two of Pentacles, which is a balancing act. And here I have an elephant walking on a tight wire with two pentacles inside the infinity symbol. And this is trying to keep even and balanced your life under this tower. Trying to maintain an appearance that I've got this under control. When really we all know that balancing two pentacles is very hard and you can only juggle your pentacles for so long. The elephant walking the tight wire can only walk the tight wire for so long, guys. He can't sit on the tight wire forever. He's going to fall. He can't. It's impossible. It really is impossible. It's impossible to juggle two pentacles forever. It's impossible to walk a tight wire forever. We have to come down off of this facade of control. So there was a time after this July, August happening that you maintained yourself for a very long period of time. And maybe you've been trying to balance this relationship for 2 years or more. You were trying so hard to maintain this relationship, even through the tower. You tried everything, but it came down. You had to drop the pentacles. You had to drop the act. I don't have control. I tried. I don't have control. This is a very determined, headstrong person. With the Emperor, know that this is a headstrong person. Fixed, strong-headed. This is someone, it could be you, it could be them, it could be both of you. When you mean business, you mean business. When you dedicate yourself to something, you will do it. You will fight hell and high water. You will come up against any storm, any tower. You will come up against anyone, and you are determined to win. And 9 times out of 10, you win. But this time, you will not win. Well, maybe you didn't already win. You already know that. Or I'm here to give you the message, you will not win. It doesn't matter how determined you are. And the reason being is because your intuition is sucking right now. I had to bring some modern twist to this reading, okay? We all have an intuition that sucks every now and then. But this is going against your inner knowing, going against your gut, going against your I know better. And so this is going against it. Now, if you were not in this energy and you were the one walking off and not giving a shit, then your intuition sucks as well. Because it means you don't even understand how divinely orchestrated this relationship is. You see how the shoe fits on 2 feet, guys, or you know what is it? I don't know what the saying is. You can be the one that wants to walk away and give him the finger. You can be the one that wants to stay in and fight and not let go. Both of you guys, on both ends of those teams, your intuition sucks. And I'm going to tell you why, and don't get mad at me. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Just listen. Listen, Linda. Okay? It sucks because you need to go within. There's answers on the inside that have not been retrieved yet. There's lessons, life lessons on the inside that haven't been known yet. There's things that are deep inside you that need attention, and you're not quite aware of it yet. So, we're going to have to drop the balls. 2 of Pentacles. We're going to have to put that down. Okay? And that's what this tower is saying. We're going to drop the balls. We're going to drop balance. We're going to lose balance, and that's the plan. The plan is for you to lose control. The plan is for you to go inside. The plan is for you to be triggered and figure some stuff out, guys. That's the divine plan. And so this was all, believe it or not, divine timing. Yep. Even this tower was divinely orchestrated. This breakup, this crazy energy that came in like a bat out of hell out of nowhere was actually very destined. No, I'll be right back, guys. He's doing it again.
No.
You cannot come in here on this box.
No, I want to.
Okay, I'll do that. Ask me. Don't stand on boxes. You can't watch me today. Well, babe. Well, I want you too, but not right now. You said Superman? We work. Okay. All right, everybody. So anyways, like I was saying, this is divine timing. And it was actually supposed to happen, and it was supposed to go down the way it went down. And there was a reason. If your situation went down and it totally sucked, and it rocked your world and tore you apart, guess what? Unfortunately, you can thank the gods. You can thank God in the universe, and your plan, your birth chart, it's already written in there. If this was a birth chart, what I would be seeing is Ketu or Rahu, mostly Rahu, aspecting or in your 7th house. Okay? I would also see Mars in your 1st, 2nd, 4th, 7th, 8th, and 12th house. I would also see a Rahu or Ketu with a Venus. Okay? And I would see Mars also maybe be, I can't talk to maybe be. I would see Mars affecting your Venus in some way, aspecting it or with your Venus. Also check the sign, you know, and the house. But I'm telling you that these are prominent. Mars rules Scorpio, duh. Scorpio. Okay? So Mars is affecting your abilities in some very prominent way, either by the sign of Aries, the houses that Aries rules, 1st or 8th, and the fact that I'm saying Rahu is a part of this. So they are together, or there's some kind of drama. It's going to happen. It's already in your chart. You have to deal with it. And, you know, even Aries here with the Emperor, Mars is affecting, I cannot talk today. Mars is affecting your relationship. I just want to say, Mars is one of the biggest contributors to the problems in this relationship. Mars and Rahu. Hermit reminds me of Rahu. Emperor reminds me of Rahu. King of Swords reminds me of Rahu. Even High Priestess reminds me of Rahu. Rahu is here, which is the north node of the moon for the tropical Western astrology followers. But it's here, and it's affecting your relationship. And this is why you're having these problems in this relationship. And this is why you were meant to have a blow up like this. You're going to check your dasha. You might be going through a Mars dasha, a Venus dasha, a Rahu dasha, maybe even a Saturn dasha. Now, Saturn is going to come in from the Emperor, the father. Saturn rules Capricorn and Aquarius, but you'd be surprised to know that Saturn also co-rules Libra. In fact, Saturn was the original lord for Libra. And I don't know why they changed it. They shouldn't. I'm just going to stick to it and say, freaking A, Saturn rules Libra, period. Period. But that's definitely here too. So you're going through some kind of a dasha period to where your relationships are going to crash, burn. There's going to be problems, tests. There's going to be major shifts. And that sucks. And that's why I said, do you feel like you're losing control? You feel like you're out of control? Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. And this is going to frustrate the hell out of you. This is going to frustrate the people that really fight. All you fighters out there, Aries Nation, Leo Nation, Saggy Nation, you guys are the fighters. I'm even going to go and say the water signs are fighters. Okay, which is damn true. All right? Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, major fighters. Determined people, determined folks. Sun, Moon, Rising, doesn't matter. Venus, also Jupiter, Mars, I told you. But those people, guys, fire, water, are the fighters. They fight for what they believe in. They fight for what they want. They're go-getters. I'm getting exhausted doing this reading. I feel super drained. I feel like, I don't know why I feel so tired. All of a sudden, I just feel wiped out. It's part of this reading. It might have even caused some anxiety or some chest pains. I'm fine, don't worry, I'm just empath picking up. This power, this tower power took you out. And I don't have to go back and forth saying it, but this completely wiped you off your freaking rockers. And it took the wind out of you. Boom, right in the gut. It was like, damn it, this relationship sucked, Steph. This relationship totally sucked, Steph. I have never been through so much shit in my life, Steph. I did my best. I went in, tried, gave it my all, says strength, offered love and forgiveness and healing and goodness and happiness and cupcakes and rainbows and unicorns. I tried to make magic happen, Steph, with the most insane arse on the planet. Meaning this guy, this girl was a complete ass. And we have Emperor, King of Swords. I'm going to be getting in here to the Libra energy, which I told you, Libra, Sagittarian energy. We have that going on here. Cold, distant, bossy, people pleaser, has the power to block you, ignore you like no other, mouthy. Boy, when they fight, they sure cut. This is a no-nonsense person. They don't tolerate nonsense. They don't do makeups. They do breakups. And they don't do, let's be friends after the breakup. No, they don't do that either. They're difficult as fudge. Okay? Period. So you're dealing with a very stubborn, hard-headed mofo, male or female. Basically, and welcome to your mirror, says the Hermit. You've met your match. You know why? Because you are a hard-headed mofo, and don't tell me you aren't. Because when you have a destined partner, you are what they are in a different mirrored sense. So you met your match. Whatever you are internally, subconsciously, they are externally, physically, consciously. You see the mirror? Whatever you think you aren't, they are. Whatever they think they aren't, you are. And both of you see each other for the real truth of who you are. Your person sees you for the dark ass that you can be. And you know you can. You have a dark side, says High Priestess in reverse. And she's telling me a message. She is literally talking to me. If this card could talk to me, she would look at me and say, Steph, the person you're reading about has a dark side. The person you're reading for can be dark. They can be a vengeful mofo. They have a dark side, whether they admit to it or not. And if they looked in the mirror, they'd see it. You have a darkness. And you're trying to figure out what that is. And a lot of you guys are angels. 9 times out of 10, you're an angel. I like to think of myself as an angel. I'm not afraid to say that here public on YouTube. I have a confidence issue, meaning I'm a little overconfident sometimes. I mostly blame Aries Saggy energy inside me to be such a confident ass, but I am. And I work with that. Sometimes my arrogance or confidence can bite me in the ass. That's okay. I can admit that. I work on that. I also have a very humble nature. And I think my watery energy there, my Cancer Pisces side. And I do appreciate that I have a sensitive, humble nature. I like to think of myself as very balanced. And then I say to myself, no wonder I'm a Gemini. I am both, period. I am just both. And I have to admit that. And I have to know that I have a sweet angel side and I have a dark side. We all do. We all, and you know, even in old stories of the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder. We all have it. And for anyone to not be able to admit that, you suck. You suck if you cannot admit that. My grandma has a dark side, okay? And she's a freaking angel. She might as well just grow and sprout wings right now. My grandma's an angel. But damn, she has a dark side. And I've seen it rarely. But she does. Okay? We all do. So anyways, back to the reading. Your person sees inside of you your dark side, which scares them, intimidates them, confronts them. You challenge them. You challenge their bullshit. You challenge their lies. You challenge their fake shit because you're a fighter, because you're an emperor. You do have some heavy fire somewhere in you as well. But you guys, you have some fire to confront the bullshit, okay? And you do it very well. And your person runs from that. Your person comes off consciously like an arse, okay? They come off I'm fine, I'm in control, I'm a badass. This is total Klaus Michelson, if you guys watch the originals. And he comes off just like, F you. I am the original vampire. I am the ultimate. You cannot destroy me. No one can hurt me. I have no heart. You know? And he's a confident, arrogant asshole. He sounds a lot like me. No wonder I like him a lot. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, he comes off like that. And your person comes off like that. You know, your person comes off like this know-it-all. I know everything. I need no one. I can do it by my damn self. Back up. I don't need your help, and I don't need anybody else's opinions in my life. My life is my business. Stay out of it. Don't get involved in what's going on. Oh, classic. You think you know me, but you don't. And that's the King of Swords. You think you know me, but you don't. Okay, I'm no good for you. Leave me alone. Whatever. This is your person, but guess what? The same way this person can clearly see straight through you and see the dark side in you, just like Klaus Michelson saw the dark side in that blonde girl that he liked. I forgot her name. She was like goody two-shoes, bartender. She was like, I hate vampires. I don't like you. Leave me alone. You're evil. And he was like, oh, hail to the no. I know you have a dark side. I see it and I love it. And then she turned into a vampire and she was the darkest mofo you ever saw. Like, she was a dark mofo. And he saw that shit and he knew it. He knew that that was part of her. She just didn't want to admit it to herself. But anyways, this person can see this inside of you. And he knows this, or she knows this about you, but you don't want to admit that shit. Maybe you're one of those people that are the goody two-shoes, like, no, it's not me. You know, it's me, Jessica, from the hot chick, you know. It's not who you think I am. Listen, this person sees your dark. Admit it. Leave it alone. Next, the same way this person sees the darkness in you, you see the light in them. And this is where it changes. This is why you guys are destined. This is why it's a yin-yang relationship. Because the same way they see the dark in you, you see the light in them. And you are both as cocky and confident and arrogant to say you are not the dark they see, and they are as cocky and arrogant and whatever to say that they have no light in them. They're not who you think they are. They're not light. They're not good. They're not sensitive. They don't need healing. They're not wounded. You see, they have this tough shell exterior. And it's like, you do not see me. Don't tell me you know me because you don't. And both of you are bumping these heads like this. And that was part of your destiny. This was part of your triggering, which is why a lot of who I'm reading for is going to be a soulmate or a twin flame. And anyways, oh, Dios mío. So we have these very headstrong peeps going on in here. And these are the triggers. Because both of you don't want to believe what the other sees. Both of you don't want to accept what the other's trying to heal inside of you. The same way you don't want your dark side to come out and reveal itself and be balanced. Because that's bad, right? That's bad, Steph. The same way you're resisting that with all your might and power and soul and mind is the same way that your twin or divine soulmate here possibly is rejecting your healing, rejecting the fact that you see light in them, rejecting the good inside of them. They're only portraying negative. However, good always overcomes. I strongly believe in that. Good will always overcome evil. Light will always overcome the dark. It's more powerful. Light is more powerful. Light is source. It is the creator. It is unconditional love. And I do believe love is light. So therefore, if love is the most powerful force in all creations, it overpowers even the darkness. Love overpowers hate. Always has, always will. Even though there's an equal energy here of the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, there is one that has more impact. And it will always be love. And it will always be light. So the light in you and the light in this person will find balance eventually. But it has to be willing. You both have to be willing to dive into the depths of who you are, my love. And that's why, okay, so I forgot I was teaching you guys something. So when I got the King of Swords clarifying the Emperor, I know clearly that this Emperor energy is a psycho control. Like totally control freak. And I know that because what cards surround the Emperor? High Priestess in reverse, Tower, and King of Swords. Not such a very nice energy. There's nothing happy about that, okay? So I know that when I'm clarifying this Emperor, how I just read to you, the control aspect, this is what it is. It's I'm in control, and then this King of Swords is don't tell me different. Don't act like you know me. I'll prove you wrong. Don't tell me different. And that is Klaus Michelson. That's why I picked him to be the King of Swords. I picked him to be the King of Swords because he's strategic. He's intelligent. In fact, in my opinion, out of all series I've ever seen of any show, his character is the most intelligent. He always has a plan behind another plan. He always sees through people's bullshit. He's very confrontive. He's fearless. He's direct. He's not a coward. He tells people like it is, even if it crumbles them and hurts their feelings. Even if he loves them, he's not afraid to say it. He's a badass. But the other thing I picked about him was a wounded person. Both the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords in tarot are wounded people. They've been tainted. Usually by love or by childhood. They've been tainted. And so they're wounded people. Klaus Michelson was a wounded person based on his upbringing. And there's always a soft spot in the King and Queen of Swords. But there's always grief and sadness and pain also. And so I know that both of you have experienced the dark side of life. But I also can say that your Emperor in your life, this DM, has experienced the dark side of life. And this has made them callous and difficult and frustrating and confrontive and stubborn. But I also know that, like in the show, Klaus Michelson became warm and loving. And I also knew very few people knew that side of him. Even the mother of his kid didn't know that side of him. Very few people saw the good in him. And it was those rare people that knew he was good and loved him that were the most powerful. One of those people are his brother, which was Elijah Michelson. And he would tell him, it doesn't matter, you can say whatever you want to say to me because swords are communication, words, actions, and thoughts. And he would tell him, I don't care what you say, what you think, and what you do. That shit doesn't matter to me. I know your heart. I know you, and I see you, and I love you. I love you, brother. And I'll always be here to back you up, and I'll always support you. And I'll always look for your redemption. I will help you find your redemption. I will help you find yourself. I will bring you back. And Klaus would, you know, in most scenes, get his sword, his dagger, and stab his brother. Shut up, I don't want to hear that shit. Back in the coffin you go. Cold-hearted mofo. And here's this brother trying to love him and bring him to redemption. What does he do? He stabs him, puts him in a coffin. Bye. I don't want to see you or talk to you or deal with you for the next 10,000 years. I'm going to block you. Now that's a movie and that's ancient and it's about vampires. But what does that mean today in modern times? What does that mean? It means your person blocks you. You're not going to call me. You're not going to check my social media. No, I'm blocking you. You will not reach me now. I'm cutting you out of my life. Now, why is this person cutting people out of their lives? Just like Klaus. You know me too well. I don't want redemption. I want to suffer in silence in my darkness. And even though they really don't want that, that's what they do. They do that because that's their only protection. Their protection is to keep all people out, even the ones that want to love them, heal them. That's just their protection, because they're so scared to trust anybody. They're just so scared. And it all stems back, like I said, to a love hardship or a childhood. You know, one of those two, it stems back to that. It's always a root issue. And so anyways, moving on, this is kind of where I'm going with this reading. This King of Swords is clarifying this Emperor, and I know there's a lot of power-hungry people out here that are wounded, power-hungry people here who struggle and letting anyone help them. It's all about them. Don't help me. I'm independent. I do it on my own. I don't want to hear what the hell you have to say or do. And if you think you know me, you don't. And that's really where I'm getting that energy from, is King of Swords supporting the Emperor. And that's this arrogance, this cockiness that I'm reading, okay? So now you guys kind of know how I'm picking up the cards. Where am I getting my message? Somebody once said, Stephanie, are you making this up? Are you just telling us your stories? Anyone can read tarot. You're just telling us a story. No. Well, today I'm showing you guys how I pick up my readings, what these cards mean to me, and how I can read this tarot. And honestly, I do get better messages from my tarot because I am a movie buff kind of person. I am a person that likes stories. I'm a person that loves characters. I'm a person that reads people. So because I'm an empath and an intuitive, and I read people very well, and I'm very proud to say that I do. I read people to a T almost. I made this tarot deck based on characters, because that's even quicker for me to pick up energies, just based on the characters. So I like my tarot because it's easier for me, because it's not just some painted person that I don't know that I'm trying to pick up on energy. I did this because I pick up on these people and these characters because my heart and my emotions get really involved in stories and characters. And that's, for me, what makes it easier for me to do a reading. And so that also helps me with my tarot when I do messages. But I don't always use my cards. You guys know that I don't always use them. Today I'm using them, and obviously it's a deeper message. And that's probably why. But moving on to the last clarification, I look at the High Priestess as the outcome. And I see the outcome to where the High Priestess represents magic, intuition, esoteric knowledge, Kabbalic knowledge, spiritual knowledge, the Torah, so Christian knowledge, you know, all the religious knowledges of the world. Atlantis knowledge, Emerald Tablet knowledge. She knows everything. She is very wise and smart and intuitive, and she's a high priestess of the high order of spiritual witches. That's the truth. And nobody wants to admit that in tarot, but that's what it is. Why do you think churches say don't watch tarot, don't read tarot? It's evil. It talks about witches. It talks about high priests. It talks about kings and queens. You know how much shit kings and queens had to go through to keep their throne? Murders, killings, deceit, deception, abuse, sexual abuse. There's all kinds of twisted energy. Being royal, it's not a walk in the park. It's a lot of karma with royal people, a lot. Anyways, so there's a lot of dark energy there with the kings and queens. You can't lie. And so then when you get the High Priestess in reverse, she's not in her best light. She's dark. Notice how in my tarot cards, this isn't everybody's tarot cards, but in my tarot cards for a reverse reading, I put mist or fog down here, which is very white, representing goodness, purity, the positive energy. Even the candles are the pillars. Boaz and Jabaz, I can't think of the names, Jobaz, B and J, the two pillars of Solomon's temple, the architects. They represent yes and no, positive, negative, light and dark, yin yang, complete opposites. And then I have dark up here. So up here I have the universe. There's the stars, there's the universe, it's dark. So when you do a reading with my tarot deck and it goes in reverse, you know that you're focusing on the dark side. And this makes it easier for you to interpret. This is closest to you, right? Because it's facing you. So this is closest to you. That's the current energy. It's dark. If it was upright, this is the current energy. It's good. It's following your intuition. It's being on the light side of things. It's going a different direction. Right now it's in reverse, so we're in a dark direction. So that's another way of how I'm reading this reading is we're looking at a dark energy here at the High Priestess. We're talking about low vibes, dark energy, black magic, not following your intuition, being in the dark, keeping secrets, being manipulative, using your powers for your own endeavors, using your intentions for your own purposes. It's kind of going against what the angels and guides are trying to tell you, and more so following something inside of yourself, which is a dark side of yourself. So I try to make my cards more easy to read that way, especially with the major arcanas. So because this is in reverse, I know that you guys, the outcome was dark. The outcome was this took you to a dark place. The outcome is this took you to a place where you weren't necessarily following your intuition. Whether that was cocky, arrogant, whether it was angry, hurt, vengeful, or it could have been depressive, sad, extremely depressed, self-destructive. I'm just saying that this relationship took you to a dark place. And that was the outcome. The breakup here took you in the dark. And it put you in search of your light. And so you were now starting, because of the outcome, is the Hermit card, clarifying the High Priestess. This is being in the dark with your lantern, which is usually the star for hope. And this means that hope is guiding you. Faith is guiding you. Light is guiding you in the dark. There's still hope. There's a glimmer of goodness here. There is opportunity here. There is change that is going to come. But first you have to go within yourself. The Hermit represents soul searching. So the outcome of this breakup was your soul searching for answers. You are searching for answers that you're finding today. Who are you today? You know? Yes, Virgo energy. Who are you today? Virgo represents studious, doing homework, taking notes, taking classes, learning, searching, doing the work. Virgo energy, 6th house, represents you're facing your enemies. You're going within. You're learning and growing as a person, and you're fighting for the truth. It means you're willing to put in the work that it takes. And this is what set you on your journey. So you are a journey. Well, you are on a journey is what I mean. Again, clarifying that your purpose in this relationship was destiny. I know. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't some mistake you stumbled into. You didn't make a mistake being with them. They didn't make a mistake being with you. You guys were destiny. It was no mistake. And this purpose, this divine orchestrated event has brought you in search of yourself. And my screen froze. Perfect moment for the screen to freeze. Hi, sweetie. So anyways, I'm just going to try to continue, and I will come in the part 2, but let's continue this message here. I'm sorry the screen froze. That's ridiculous. What? Okay, I'll be right there. Take this to the kitchen for me.
No.
Okay, take this to the water for me. He needs to get wet in the bathroom.
Why?
He just needs to be. He's too dry. He'll die. He's a sponge. He needs to be in the water. Go put him in the water hose. Outside. Turn it on and get him a little wet.
Why?
He wants to live out there with his friends.
His friends are not
I'm trying everything to get him out of here. I know. Matthew, please go do that.
Mom, I
Okay, you can't. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and, okay, he's not leaving me the hell alone. Ah, okay, the screen froze. He came to interrupt. It's obviously a moment for an okay. It's obviously a minute for an interruption. But let me just finish this last message, this last card. The Virgo card is clarifying that you're doing some soul searching. You're going within. I am not done, and do not interrupt. I love you too, and I am almost done. I'm going to take an intermission, and I will be back, guys, in part 2. Okay, I need to finish this little message here. You're not letting me. Okay, I'm going to do it with him talking. Try to disregard the interruption, okay? I am going to come on a part 2. Please follow me there. I am going to get more into what's coming up for you. Hopefully, I was telling your story. And this is single and ready to mingle, okay? This is what led to your singleness. So this is the past, and this is what happened, most likely for you. Now you've been led to go into the hermit mode, where you're alone, you're single, and you're isolated. This does have to do with health and healing. As you guys know, the 6th house represents medicine, sickness, illness, and health. The sign of Virgo, the 6th house, is all of those things. So it clearly is showing you that you are going through this isolation period. Because of COVID-19, there's been a lot of quarantine, which has really got you thinking. But even without the world and the world's events affecting you right now, this represents that your spiritual soul journey was for you to go within, for you to go inside yourself, do some soul searching, figure out who you are and where you need to go from here. You're getting answers. You're seeing and reflecting, because the Hermit card also represents reflection. So reflecting on who you are, reflecting on your past. And you have to reflect. So you're looking in the mirror. And right now the outcome is you today looking in the mirror, discovering secret things about yourself. Again, the dark side inside of you and the light side inside of you. So you're growing and you're learning. And again, this was all orchestrated for your best and highest good. This relationship was for your best and highest good. This breakup was divinely orchestrated. It was meant for both of you to be triggered, and now you're both of you on a soul path, on a soul journey, hermit mode. I do believe both of you are single. And if someone is not single today, if they're not single today, I feel like they will be single very soon. Within 2 months to 2 weeks, they will be single very, very soon. I also feel that if they are in a situation, they are living apart from that person, and they spend 90% of their time away from that person. So they feel very single. But mostly, I just feel like both of you are single, okay? And I feel like you're both doing this big inner work, inner healing, inner knowing, inner searching. You are going to find these answers. But I just want to assure you that you did not take a wrong step. You're on this path exactly where you need to be right now today. You are following your destiny. You're on your path and you're doing the right thing. All of everything that I've said transpired for your good, for your soul's purpose, and it's going to be good. We're going to get into part 2, where I'm going to go into what this is going to bring you, what is coming up for you this spring, what's happening, what's being reborn, what's being rebirthed. Are you going to meet someone new? What's going on with that? What does your life look like? Are you doing great? Are you thriving? What can you do to thrive if you're not thriving? But a lot of you guys are going to be thriving now, and this rebirth is going to be happening in spring. So it's coming. It's near. We're being reborn. It's like you guys went through a dark winter, okay? A dark fall, a dark winter. Literally a fall from the tower, which is why I feel something must have happened in August or even July. It was a fall. It's like something happened in the fall, and you know, this set everything into motion, okay? And now there's going to be rebirth. Even Virgo is fall, okay? Virgo represents the last sign of the first 6, excuse me. The last sign of the first 6, the first half is completed with Virgo, which represents the fall, the harvest. And so this was what happened. It had to happen. Anyways, I'm trying to close this reading. Anyways, it looks good, guys. and you guys are going to get some answers. And hopefully I explained what I'm doing and how I'm reading good enough. Hopefully this was your past. This is what brought you single in the first place. And we're going to move on to part 2, where we're going to see what happens now. Now that you're doing all your work, now that you're learning, now that you see, now that you've been soul searching, what's going to happen. So I'll see you guys in part 2. Give me a little bit. I will be putting Single and Ready to Mingle part 2, and this is going to be what happens now. Okay? And we're going to find out if you're going to meet someone new, if you're going to stay single, or, you know, if you're going to be back with this person. I don't know, but we're going to see. So I'll see you in part 2, guys. Follow me over there. I love you. Thank you for watching. And remember, this is a journey, not a destination. So just keep swimming, guys. And I'll see you over there in a little bit. Bye.